What's up, everybody? Today I wanted to talk about Spider-Man 2 and the loose ends it sets up for the DLC and the next game in the series. Obviously, this is spoiler-filled, so if you haven't finished the game, go finish the game. Come back, tell me in the comments if you think I'm right and why, or if you think I'm wrong, and tell me what your theories are. I'd love to know it, I'd love to hear it, but let's get going. First off, let's get this out of the way. Peter Parker retires from being Spider-Man at the end of the game. He sets up the Emily May Foundation in his garage and tells Miles, he'll still be there for him, but to take care of things on his own. We know that's not going to last long, especially with what I think's coming in the next game. He is not going to stay retired long. He's coming back. Alright, so before the credits, we get a scene of Harry laying in a hospital bed in his penthouse room, whatever it was. It's a big room. And Norman throws a huge fit, smashes the window, beats up on some lamps, and then pulls out his phone and calls somebody and tells them to get the G serum ready. Obviously, this is pointing at Green Goblin. The only problem is, I don't know who it's going to be. It could be Norman. It could be Harry. It could be someone completely different. All I know is I just don't want it to be this. Okay? This... Please no. Please no. Now, the next, Carnage. If you did the 4 flame missions at the end of that story arc, the leader of the flame gets away with a red symbiote. We know red, that is Carnage. And then we find out he goes by a bunch of different names, and one of them is Cletus Cassidy. That is Carnage. So, we'll see how that plays out. Then in a mid-credit scene, we get a picture of Doc Ock sitting in a cell writing something in a book. Norman Osborn approaches, says, "Hey, I heard you know who the Spider-Men are. I'd like to know that. They hurt my son." Doc Ock pretty much laughs in his face, doesn't give him anything. So when Norman asks what he's writing, Doc Ock smiles and just says, "The final chapter." To me, this is pointing somewhere towards the Superior Spider-Man story arc. And if you're not familiar with that, it's basically Doc Ock takes over Peter Parker's body. That's and at the end of it, Peter Parker comes back and... But that might be a cool thing to do. Now, in the final post-credit scene, Miles, his mom, and I can't remember her name, I'm sorry, but they open the door to Miles' mom's boyfriend, whatever they are, and we get to meet Cindy Moon. I don't know much about her. All I know is her spider name is Silk. But other than that, I haven't read the comics, so I don't know. But now that all that's out of the way, this is how I think things are going to go. Green Goblin, undoubtedly the main villain of Spider-Man 3. Doc Ock is going to play a pretty substantial part of it. And this is what brings Peter out of retirement, and back to fight. How I think it's going to go is early on in the games, Green Goblin's going to break out Doc Ock and the other raft inmates, and it's going to throw New York into just carnage. But Carnage isn't going to be in it. On to the next one. Carnage. I don't think they're going to make him part of Spider-Man 3. We just had a game of the symbiotes. With Venom, Carnage, Scream... Well, not Carnage, but Venom, Scream... So I think they're going to regulate Carnage to the DLC for Spider-Man 2, just so that way we can wrap up the symbiote story narrative all in one game, and so 3 can be something completely different. Don't have to worry about it. Now, the Cindy Moon intro, like I said, I don't know much about her, but if I had to guess, I think she's going to be a part of one of the DLCs where they'll flesh out her character more to familiarize her with the fan base. And then maybe in 3, instead of the parts where you play as MJ, you'll get to play as Cindy Moon, aka Silk. I think that's how that's going to go. And if so, that'll be cool because honestly, the MJ sections, they're not that great. Now, I will give it, the ones in Spider-Man 2 are way better than they were in the first Spider-Man. At least this time she has a gun. It's not just run and hide and, damsel in distress kind of thing. She can actually fight back. So I like that. But if we get to play as a third Spider person with those powers, I think it will make things a lot more interesting. But other than that, that's how I think it's going to go. Carnage, Cindy Moon, Silk, they're going to be DLC. Green Goblin, Doc Ock, they're going to be Spider-Man 3. If you think, let me know your theories, let me know what you think. If when they announce the game, the trailer drops, and I'm wrong, then you know what? I'll be glad I'm wrong because Insomniac, they have been knocking it out of the park with these games. Like, I didn't have very high expectations, but man, they are killing it with these Spider-Man games. Not like, Square Enix with the Avengers game that was just garbage, straight up. But yeah, I'd like to see, I can't wait to see what they got coming, and hopefully it's something super cool and surprising like Venom being Harry. I didn't see that. I didn't see that coming. But, we'll see what happens. But until next time, if you like this, like, share, subscribe. Like I said, comment down below what you think what you think's going to happen. Let me know. You can even go down there and tell me how stupid I am for saying some of this stuff. That's fine. Whatever. Cool. But let me know what you think. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Peace.